Ever find yourself agreeing to something just to keep the peace in your relationship, even though it didn't feel right? In The Way of the Superior Man, Deida says, "Never change your mind just to please a woman." But why is this so important, and how does it affect the dynamics of your relationships? The phrase, "never change your mind just to please a woman," from The Way of the Superior Man emphasizes the importance of staying true to your principles, values, and decisions, rather than bending or compromising them solely to gain approval or avoid conflict in relationships, especially romantic ones. It's about being grounded in your own sense of purpose and not losing your authenticity to seek validation or make someone else happy. This doesn't mean you should ignore your partner's needs or opinions. It's about not sacrificing your core beliefs or changing who you are just to avoid discomfort or make someone happy in the short term. Being true to yourself, even when it's challenging, builds respect, trust, and long-term harmony. Point 1. Staying true to your core beliefs. The first thing to understand is that when you change your mind or decisions just to please someone, you're stepping away from your authenticity and values. Over time, this can create resentment within yourself and cause problems in the relationship. Example, let's say you've made a decision to start eating healthier and take care of your body. Your partner, however, loves eating out at fast food restaurants and asks you to join her regularly. If you give in and change your mind just to make her happy, you're compromising your health goals. It may seem like a small thing, but over time, it leads to frustration and internal conflict. Practical, real-life example. Take Jake, for instance. He decided to go on a fitness journey and started meal prepping every week. But his girlfriend kept insisting they order takeout for dinner. At first, he gave in to avoid upsetting her, but after a while, he began feeling frustrated because he wasn't sticking to his own goals. Eventually, he had to explain to her that his health was a priority, and while he loved spending time with her, he couldn't sacrifice his fitness journey just to keep the peace. By staying true to his deepest realization, Jake maintained his sense of purpose and authenticity. Point 2. Avoiding emotional manipulation. Sometimes, when we change our minds just to make someone happy, it can come from a fear of conflict or emotional discomfort. However, constantly shifting your stance to avoid difficult conversations or potential disagreements weakens your integrity and may lead to emotional manipulation, even if unintentional. Example, imagine you've planned to spend the weekend working on a project that's important to you. Your partner wants you to cancel your plans and spend time with her instead. If you cancel your plans out of fear of upsetting her, you're not respecting your own time and priorities. While compromise is important, you should not automatically abandon your plans just to keep her happy. Practical, real-life example. Tom had set aside a weekend to work on a business idea he was passionate about. His girlfriend, however, wanted him to go on a last-minute trip with her friends. Tom felt torn because he didn't want to disappoint her. In the past, he would have changed his plans to avoid an argument, but this time, he calmly explained that his work was important and asked if they could find another time for the trip. By standing firm, Tom maintained his integrity without sacrificing his relationship. Point 3. Gaining respect through authenticity. When you stay true to yourself, even in the face of disagreement or potential disappointment, you gain respect, both from yourself and from your partner. Relationships built on mutual respect and authenticity are stronger and more fulfilling in the long run. Example, if you've committed to a personal or career goal and your partner is asking you to take a path that feels wrong to you, it's crucial to communicate your stance clearly. For instance, if you've decided to take a risk and start a new business, but your partner wants you to stay in a safe, well-paying job, giving in just to keep her happy will leave you feeling unfulfilled and may even create future resentment. Practical, real-life example. Mark had a secure corporate job, but always dreamed of starting his own business. His wife was nervous about the risk and encouraged him to stay at his job. Mark loved her and valued her opinion, but he knew that not pursuing his dream would leave him feeling trapped and dissatisfied. After thoughtful discussions, he decided to follow his dream of entrepreneurship. By staying true to his purpose, he not only gained her respect, but also deepened the trust in their relationship. His authenticity brought them closer because she saw he was committed to living in alignment with his values. Point 4. The power of healthy boundaries. Staying true to your decisions doesn't mean you're disregarding your partner's feelings. It's about setting healthy boundaries. Communicate clearly and with compassion, but hold firm to what you believe is right for you. Example: you may have boundaries around work-life balance. If your partner asks you to constantly sacrifice your work commitments for leisure activities, changing your mind each time might lead to a lack of personal growth and achievement. Setting boundaries that allow you to maintain your commitments is a way of respecting both yourself and your relationship. Practical real-life example. David had a habit of agreeing to his girlfriend's plans at the expense of his own priorities, whether it was meeting friends or working on personal projects. This started to affect his progress at work and his social connections. After reflecting on it, David realized he needed to set clearer boundaries about his time. He had a heart-to-heart with his girlfriend, explaining that while he valued their time together, he also needed time for his own pursuits. Setting this boundary strengthened their relationship because it was built on mutual understanding and respect rather than guilt or obligation. Closing. Reaffirming the power of staying true to yourself. End the video by summarizing the importance of staying grounded in your decisions and values, and how doing so leads to stronger, healthier relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Summary. At the core of never change your mind just to please a woman is the idea of staying authentic. When you compromise your deepest values or decisions just to avoid conflict or gain approval, you lose a piece of yourself. But when you stand firm in who you are while still being considerate and compassionate, you build relationships on a foundation of respect and honesty. Call to action. So, the next time you feel the pull to change your mind just to please someone else, ask yourself, is this true to who I am? Stay grounded in your values, communicate openly, and build a relationship that's based on mutual respect. Remember, staying true to yourself isn't selfish. It's the key to lasting harmony in any relationship.